All right, welcome everybody. It is Monday. Massive Action Monday is in full effect. Thank y'all so much for being here. I am Chris Williams. I am your host of the Grow Your Side Business podcast. I help corporate professionals learn how to grow a profitable side business. Right now, if you're just tuning in or finding out about the show, we're in an incredible series. A daily episode drops every single day for our audio listeners over on wherever you get your podcast, on whatever platform you so choose. You can find the Grow Your Side Business show. And guess what? I'm giving you 31 reasons to make sure that you grow your side business in 2023. Okay? Every single day, I got a new drop. In fact, today is day 23. So, of course, we dropped the 23rd episode for the month. And today we actually talked about one of my most important, conversations. But that just is that, you want to grow that side business because, in today's world and when things are going on, you need to not only have that sense of urgency, but you really need to be able to bet on yourself. And if you hadn't bet on yourself yet, go take a listen to today's episode over on the audio experience, okay? Those of you in my Side Business Builders group, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're continuing to grow that group. I got some new things coming out just for those in the group. And if you're not in the group yet, it's my Facebook group. Side Business Builders is the spot where you need to be. If you haven't been there, the link is in the description below. Don't worry, you can get there. But with all that being said, today, I wanted to talk about Chat GPT. How many of us are feeling it? How many of us are like, I have no clue what this means, but everything that I read means it's gonna, ruin the world. And, some people think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I just want you to know that with every new idea, everything new that gets created, everything new that gets added to our arsenal of awesomeness as human beings, just remember a human being created it. That's all I'm saying. And so that means that not only do we have the creativity to continue to create, but we also have the creativity to be able to leverage this thing for our business. And I was sitting around thinking, man, what would be a really good conversation in order to be able to help us all out? Because listen, I don't believe in living in fear. And I sure as heck don't believe that we should be afraid of something that we created, right? Like we created Chat GPT. We did. Okay, so what is it? Let's just start there. First of all, it's just an open AI that is conversational. Its dialogue is built so that you can put in a prompt, as nerds would call it, and a command, right? Write me this, tell me that, how could I do this? And it will spit out whatever you ask it for, okay? Now, some people say, oh, it's gonna kill these certain jobs, these things. Now listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If you aren't leveling up your skill set, yeah, you might end up being impacted by automation. But you've known that now for 10 years. Okay, so this isn't like anything new. It's just the next thing on as AI and technology elevates and continues to grow and mature. It's just the next thing on the list. So I'm saying, let's not be afraid of it. Let's actually leverage it. So for today's conversation, I'm gonna show you 5 ways, okay? 5 ways that I think for you and your side business, you should be leveraging it, because I know I am. And these are some really cool ways for us to be able to think about it. Now, got questions, things you want to ask, feel free. Put it down in the chat. I will try to answer those as much as possible. And in fact, I'm going to go in here into the live discussion right now inside of our Side Business Builders group. I'll be able to answer whether you're on YouTube, wherever you may be. Just feel free to ask away, okay? And we'll answer those questions. All right. Looks like I've got a couple of comments already. Courtney says it saves her time when posting content. Of course, Courtney. You know what? Thank you, Courtney, for mentioning that, because that's one of the most important things when we talk about, this app. So listen, let me give you 5 ways that you can leverage this right now, okay? And when we think about leverage, I want us to think about it in terms of, leverage in terms of doing my job more efficiently. I love Courtney's point over in the Side Business Builders group. It's just helping her do what she needs to do faster. So let me show you one way. If you have a product or service, here's the first way that I would say you could definitely leverage Chat GPT. The first way you can leverage it is to help you generate product descriptions. I think that one of the most interesting things about leveraging this platform is the ideas. It will help you continue to spur creative ideas. In fact, the reason why I bring this one up first, there's a video that even Russell Brunson himself, the king of products, the king of wordplay and all things funnel, do you know that he actually used Chat GPT and came up with an idea and had Chat GPT give him multiple descriptions for something that he was working on. I think this is one of the greatest ideas. So if you have a product or a service, you have a physical product, leverage Chat GPT and tell it, what type of product it is and see what it comes back with. Right now, granted, the inputs are what we give it. So it's not that old, but the exponential growth of it, the maturity of it is massive because we keep adding things to it and it keeps learning. So I think generating product descriptions is a great way to be able to leverage Chat GPT. Let me give you another one that I think is really important for those of you you're building business. You want to be seen as an expert, as an authority. You're continuing to show your passion for the industry that you're working in. I don't care if your industry is trucking. I don't care if it's lighting. I don't care if it's plumbing. I don't care if it's business consulting. Even if your niche of business consulting is for plumbers, right? Like, it does not matter. Here's one of the interesting ways that you can leverage, because when you put your work out in the marketplace, what you've got to be able to do is successfully help people see that you are a go-to person for information, content, and know-how and what to do, right? So here's one of the ones that I think we should all be doing. You leverage Chat GPT to create blog content. Listen, you're already talking about the industry that you leverage on an everyday basis. You're already talking about the things around that industry and how it works and the ins and the outs and the details. You're already doing that. So why not leverage ChatGPT to help you create some blog content? It's a simple app. So all you do is you might put in there, like if you're a plumber, we'll just stay with this plumber theme, right? I'm a plumber and I don't know exactly what I would write about. Well, you know what you could do? You could put into Chat GPT, write me 3 tips for home buyers that would help them increase the water flow inside of their plumbing system. There you go. And see what it spits out to you. Now, here's the kicker. I want to give you a full understanding and disclaimer right now. If you just copy and paste from Chat GPT, I'm sorry, that there's a whole new wave of conversation going on right now around what is authentic creative writing versus what's been used by AI. And in fact, they're even leveraging AI to tell if AI wrote what you wrote in a blog, okay? So my point is, when ChatGPT spits out whatever it spits out, you need to put the human creativity on top of that and write the article, okay? So that's that. I just wanted to get that out the way because I know somebody's gonna see this video and be like, oh, but you can't just copy and paste. No, no one said you should, right? And again, if a human can create ChatGPT, then I can leverage it to reduce the amount of time that it takes me to put out content. All right, so there's that. All right, number 3. Now, number 3 is really interesting because you're having this experience right now, but you're doing it as a customer. And I'm gonna tell you, this third opportunity is one of the most interesting opportunities that I think is gonna continue to get even better. And that's responding to customers. Because you're already having this experience right now. How do I know this? There are many companies that you use their software. You're using, their customer service phone calls, whatever you're calling into, and their software online. Most online software companies, when you type in their website and you go to their website, their quote unquote customer service online is a chatbot. So we're already having this experience. And then the question is, why aren't you using it in your side business? How many times are you seeing where somebody in their larger corporation may be going live about something and they say, hey, DM me, or you see an advertisement, DM me the word chat to get a free download of an ebook. Well, what do you think that is? Do you literally think that person is sitting there waiting for people to DM them the word chat and then sending the message? No, they're leveraging something like this software to actually respond to their customers. There's a prompt. We put a prompt in Chat GPT where you can use the same prompt and say, how could I respond to customers? So maybe I use Chat GPT and say, okay, I want to write a great response to a customer when they have an issue. I want to write me, 3 ways to respond to a disgruntled customer. Write me 3 ways to ask for a review from a customer, right? But get creative. Leverage this tool so that you can start to put things in place in order to be able to really leverage Chat GPT, okay? So number 1, we're talking about we can leverage it to generate product descriptions. Number 2, we can create blog content with it. Number 3, we can respond to our customers. Number 4, this one right here, I know it's being used right now, but I need to get better at this because this is amazing. This right here, I think, will probably be one of somebody's going to crack the code and really figure out how to make some serious cash with this, and that is leveraging Chat GPT for email campaigns. Listen, yes, you are creative. Yes, you are awesome. You are great at what you do. But I know one of the things I suffer from, and y'all tell me down in the comments if this is you, I suffer from the fact that I know there's so many things that I got to do, and by the time I leverage my creativity brain to do the things all around the main thing I'm really good at, my brain is burned out of creativity. So I like the idea of leveraging Chat GPT for my email campaigns so that, guess what? I don't have an issue with coming up with what I need to do. Again, put your human on top of the AI and you can still work a successful business. Courtney, I apologize. Thank you. See, when you live, Courtney, you'll notice these things. Courtney's right. I appreciate that, Courtney. Thank you for the correction. And I got you covered, man. Thank you so much. So listen, I think the important part to understand about leveraging it for an email campaign is this. You're going to be sending out emails to your customers all the time. You should be frequently sending them something out at least twice a week, right? If not 3 times a week. You might have certain blog series that you're writing that you want to let them know about. Those of people who are on my email list, when I go live for Massive Action Mondays, guess what? They also receive an email reminding them that I went to go watch the video, right? Because it's immediately uploaded. So the kicker is there's a lot of things that you got to do. And I'm not saying that it won't be tedious sometimes to write emails. And some people love that stuff, right? Like if you love it, cool. I don't. I need something to help me spur the creativity conversation. And I like leveraging the Chat GPT because I can write my email campaigns, give it a prompt of a potential skeleton, and then go and put the meat on it and let it run. By the way, if you are leveraging somebody right now in a company to help you write your email campaigns, like you might have a marketing company who's writing, your email campaigns and all those other things. And I'm not saying it's not awesome. I guarantee you this. I bet you they will be using Chat GPT behind the scenes and you won't know it. There'll still be good emails. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means they're reducing how long it takes them to create the output for you. You pay for the output. They continue to crank out the output. That doesn't mean that it's just 90 people sitting down writing emails for you all day. That's not what it means. They're definitely leveraging software, even if you're using a marketing company. All right. Now, number 5. This one is, to me, the no-brainer of no-brainers. Leveraging it for social media content. Listen, y'all. I am constantly thinking about the captions I write. I'm constantly thinking about the videos I do, but I am a person who does not mind doing video. I will spit out 50 videos to leverage for social media as reels and everything else. Video is the way to go right now anyway, but those captions can be hard. And guess what? It's a little difficult to know, like, what do I want to write? And listen, you can leverage Chat GPT to help you write your social media content. Right now, let me give a shout out to Courtney. What's going on, sir? Good to see you, Thais. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for being here. Hey, Sue. Everybody's live over in the social media, the Side Business Builders group on social media. Thank you guys. If you guys have questions about these or got a comment, let me know. I'll add you to the conversation. But let's talk about social media for a second. Why would I leverage Chat GPT for social media? Because the one thing that you've got to remember is that as this system grows, as it gets more mature, as it becomes a lot more accepted, right? Let's just be honest. There are people who are early adopters. Then there's the bell curve of learning, right? So there's some early adopters. I would consider myself an early adopter of this, product. Some things I'm a little eerie about, but this one I'm all right with, right? Because speed is the name of the game. Let's just be real. The reason why you know about your favorite brands or your long-time brands, I'm talking about, think about the brands that you still buy and shop for today that you still use, even though all the technology. Think about pre-internet, if you're old enough, or early internet. Why do you know some of it? Because they got to you first. And so you're loyal to a fault because it was speed that got you in front of their brand. You know why I still shop at Best Buy? Because I ran into Best Buy before I heard about Comp USA. I don't know if y'all remember those days, right? I didn't run into Comp USA store back in the day. You know how I heard about Best Buy? Best Buy did a pop-up event at my college. And I saw them and I couldn't believe all the stuff that they had. And you know what? In my mind, still to this day in 2023, I still go there. If you can be first and really leverage social media to crank out your captions, to help you come up with ideas on what to post per your particular niche and product and service, guess what? You being out there more and more helps you. Some of us say, hey, I don't know what to post. How many times have you said that? How many times have you said, listen, I don't know what to post. I'm running out of ideas. I don't know what to say about X. Well, guess what? You can leverage Chat GPT and put yourself in the conversation early enough. Who knows? You might have a video, get really great exposure. But here's the other thing that I want you to think about when it comes to social media and Chat GPT. Because I think we need to make a shift on how we see our social media. I know that when you're building your side business, it takes a little while for you to figure out to get comfortable with yourself and talking about your business on a consistent basis. Listen, I know for some people who are used to you, they're like, oh my God, if you talk about your product or service one more time, I'm gonna hurt you. Well, guess what? They're not your customer, and that's okay. Here's the thing I want you to think about your social media. I want you to think about your social media as the billboard driving down the highway. I want you to think about your social media just like big corporations spend millions and millions of dollars on ads. And here's what I want you to think about. If I did not know you and somehow something that you posted actually showed up in my Explorer page on Instagram or somewhere and I clicked on it, what would I need to know about you in order to follow you? A good friend of mine, David Shands of the Social Proof Podcast, said something recently, and it was so timely. He said, if you're already following me, my social media is not for you. I am posting for the person who does not know me yet. And that's the difference. So if I can leverage Chat GPT in some creative ways, think about different posts I might want to do, lists, carousels, real ideas, whatever the case may be, right? If you're a trendy person and you hop on trends, we'll leverage it to come up with some creative topics and headlines and different things in order to be able to leverage social media. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably one of the areas, again, you hired a social media team, you're like, oh, I got people for that. Guess what? They're gonna be using Chat GPT. They're probably already trying to figure out how do they do it, how to incorporate it, and guess what? They'll continue to charge you a premium. It's just the reality of where we are today. And it's okay. I think it's absolutely okay. All right, I'm gonna give you a bonus one, all right? Because I love you so much, and then I'm gonna get out of here, okay? I'm gonna give you a bonus one. Let me give you a bonus on how you could be leveraging Chat GPT. And this one, I think, will become, it will normalize building a side business in a way that I personally think will be epic at some point, right? It's going to take some time, but you're going to hear it here first, right? Let me tell you a sixth one that I really see happening with something like Chat GPT. Where I think you can, especially as a side business builder, you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of, revenue coming in all the time. So you're trying to figure out, how can I exhaust every resource to really squeeze the value out of every dollar and continue to attract? I think what we can leverage it is for this. Social media is one way to attract people. Emails are another way to attract people. But here's the other thing that I think we can start to leverage it for. Research. Now, you got to hear me out, because this right now is going to sound like, Chris, what are you talking about? It just started in November of 2022. How in the world would I start leveraging this as research? Let me tell you something that I'm starting to see that could change the game for building a side business. So I leveraged Chat GPT. I'm about to give a news flash. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? The first 5 that you see here on my list, I leveraged Chat GPT to come up with these. Now you might be like, hold on, Chris, wait a second. Hold on, what? Yes. So if you're talking about, well, Chris, how can I leverage it? I don't know what to do. I literally leveraged Chat GPT to come up with my 5 for this list. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, Chris, what does that have to do with your 6 in research? Because I think, just like we leverage Google, I think Chat GPT, because the amount of data that will be stored in it, it will become a source of truth for some people. It will be a starting point for thought, for information. And here's the other thing I want you to understand. If Chat GPT is where it is right now, and you've got 6, 7-year-old, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, that this is becoming a normalcy, what happens when they get to high school, when they get to college, when they start working and contributing into the workforce? What happens to the corporations 10 years from now? So think of the child that's in elementary school today. ChatGPT will be normalized, and it will start to become the thing that will become an input. Just like right now, people use TikTok. It's the big thing right now, and it's probably not going to go anywhere no time soon. I think ChatGPT will start to be a place of research. So Chris, how did you come up with this idea, and how did you come up with your list and ways to be able to build, this 5 list of ways to leverage ChatGPT for your side business? I literally went into ChatGPT and started asking it questions. What are some ways to leverage ChatGPT? That is something I literally typed in. It spit out some ideas. I started thinking about, what are some practical applications of what it told me? And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a YouTube live on the 5 ways to be able to leverage ChatGPT. Do you know that speed is the name of the game? Now, I just incorporated everything that I just told you to leverage in one video. How do you know this? Generating product descriptions. Well, guess what? I can leverage ChatGPT to come up with a description of something to use on YouTube. Wow, 5 ways to leverage ChatGPT in your side business. I can create a blog content. Well, guess what? Over on growyoursidebusiness.com, there's going to be a blog that will point you back to this video, and I'll be talking even more in depth. How did I come up with that? Leveraging ChatGPT. Responding to customers. I will be able to leverage ChatGPT in responding to comments, conversations that come from the blog, that come in the comment section on YouTube from this video. And then email campaigns. I will be sending out my email to those who are already on our email list and the Massive Action email list. Well, guess what? If you've been in the Grow Your Side Business website, you're on my list. Well, today, after the Massive Action Monday edition, which we are on live right now, guess what? You're going to get an email. I will have leveraged ChatGPT to help me come up with the content for that email. Social media. My content that I use for social media has been leveraging Chat GPT as a prompt to help me decide what I need to post, where, and when I'm driving people to a certain product or service, I have leveraged Chat GPT already. Ladies and gentlemen, in research, ideas, ladies and gentlemen, you are a human being. You're never going to run out of ideas, and guess what? AI is never going to stop. There's going to be new things coming out all the time, but we created this stuff. So you leverage it to start to do some research on ideas, and the spark will hit you. Don't forget, you are the creative and the creator, okay? So don't be afraid of the things that have come out that we leverage these wonderful ideas with. Don't be afraid of them. Start to leverage them. So ladies and gentlemen, I gave you 5 initially, but also gave you a 6. Stay tuned, because I'm telling you, this 6th one with research, I think is going to be a big deal. As ChatGPT grows, as it becomes 2.0, 7.0, 11.0, it's going to become a focal point. And guess what? If you leverage it in the right way, speed is the name of the game. And the faster you can talk to your customers, the faster they see you, the faster you get in front of people who don't know you, and the faster you can implement your information and show them what you have a solution, ladies and gentlemen, you win. And then you can leverage ChatGPT and other apps just like this. Listen, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a comment below, okay? Let me know what you think about ChatGPT. Talk to me about some other ways. I know I only mentioned 6 here. There might be something that you're using ChatGPT for, or some ideas that we can leverage this awesome platform for. Don't be afraid of it. Let's find ways to continue to create and grow that side business. Hey, guess what? If you're on the audio experience of our show, you got secret exclusive access to a wonderful series I'm doing, 31 Reasons to Grow Your Side Business. We're on day 23, obviously. So go listen to that now. Go check it out. Also, the Side Hustle Secrets course is here. It's available. Go to growyoursidebusiness.com. It's also in the description below. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another Massive Action Monday. Go take some massive action, leverage ChatGPT, and let's see what you create and how you continue to elevate and add value to your customers. Thank you so much. Have a great, incredible day, and I'll see you in the next one.